Hello, this is Wicked Shrapnel, and today I would like to talk to you about happiness. I'm not sure why I'm talking like that. It'd kind of be weird to talk like that the whole video. But this is a hardcore domination, and I really like this game type. And so I'm probably going to be playing a lot more of it. And I won't tell you what the final score is, but it's pretty beastly, and I'm gonna upload another hardcore domination after this one too, I think, where I get an even better score than this one. So that's about the game. And oh, I use the silence ump a lot, and the silenced ump is my tool in hardcore mode. There might be like a silenced MP7 might be another gun that I'm interested in, but I didn't have it unlocked. So I am a fan of the silenced ump, and a lot of people, I got this all the time in Modern Warfare 2, be like, oh my god, why do you have to use the ump? Oh, because that's, I look at the gun as it is my tool to get me through the map and complete my objective. So whatever helps me get to where I need to go and complete the objective, that is the tool that I'm going to use. You don't hear like people telling hockey players like, oh man, why don't you try to play hockey using a golf club? So it takes a lot of skill to do that. It's like, yeah, but a fucking hockey puck is, or a fucking hockey stick is so much easier to hit a puck with than a golf club. So yeah, it would take a lot more skill, but why fucking do that when hockey stick is made for it, and it's comfortable, and they know how to use it, and it helps them complete the objective of getting the puck in the net. So I don't sound very happy right now. But I'm going to talk to you about happiness, and that is what this main commentary is going to be about. But I just want to talk about the gameplay real quick, tell you what's going on. I really like the ump silenced, probably use the MP7 silenced. I already said this. Let's continue with happiness. So what is happiness? Happiness is a warm gun. No, that's not it. But that is a Beatles reference, if you did not know. And I'm going to have a sip of my Heineken beer, if you do not mind. Happiness is a state of well-being, but a lot of people look at obtaining happiness in many different ways. So a lot of people pursue money because in our capitalistic society, it's almost what we're driven to do. Most of us, the majority of us, except for those that like work on their own and entrepreneurs and start their own business. But even if you start your own business, you're really working. You're a slave to money, and that sucks because I'm guilty of it too. Because you have to have money to live comfortably and have all of the wonderful modern day amenities and comforts that we enjoy. But working a third of your life for someone else really sucks. Because not many of us work for ourselves. We work at companies or corporations that we are helping the corporation fulfill its goal and whatever, mostly driving products and stuff to other consumers who are going to their jobs to earn money so that they could buy the stuff that the other consumers are manufacturing. And it's a never-ending cycle of perpetual working for money to buy stuff. Or I guess in our case, none of us really even know how to hunt or survive in the wild, so we are dependent on buying food at restaurants and grocery stores, and we would never be able to survive if we were growing our own crops and things like that. So we're all the slaves to money, and money sucks. The more money you have, it never ends. Like I started out, minimum wage job. I got a apartment, or we actually rented a house. I rented a house with like 3 other friends, so it took like 4 of us just to come up with enough money, to make house payment and still have some extra money for everything else. So that's usually where people start when they're just starting out, or they even stay at their parents' house and will pay rent to their parents if the parents are smart and charging them rent so that they don't freeload off you for the rest of their life. But you kind of have to give people pushed out of the nest egg and get out of your parents' house and the comforts there, and then get into the rat race struggle of everyone else. And everyone thinks if I had more money, I think life would just be so much easier. And when I was just making minimum wage, it's like, oh, if I made $30,000 a year, I could just be so comfortable, and I'd have everything that I wanted. But when I started making $30,000 a year, then I just, I got a little bit more expensive car. I didn't have to have roommates anymore, so I lived in my own apartment, and still I was almost spending up to my means. So I made more money, but then I had to spend more money on more stuff. And then I was like, man, if you make $50,000, then I would have all the money I need. And then I got up to that point, and then I ended up, getting a house. So now I have my own house. I don't have to have roommates, my own car, but all the bills are still getting me back to zero almost, to where I'm still in debt. I still have to go to work and still living really paycheck to paycheck, putting some money away in a 401k, but never enough to just say, okay, I'm done working now, I can just live comfortably. And nobody will really obtain that kind of money unless you're saving in a 401k until they retire. And by that time, you're 65 years old, you're already getting towards the end of your life. I know that with my healthy lifestyle, I'll be lucky to even make it to 65. And the more money you make, you just end up still living check to check, especially if you have a family and stuff to support. I would make even more check to checkish. But it doesn't really make you happy. The more money you get, you just end up assuming more responsibilities. And I guess if you won the lottery, even people that win like $50 million, you hear about them like 2 or 3 years later, and they spend it all. You go buy a big house and boats and do all this crazy stuff, and the money's gone, and now they have to go back to work because they're out of money because they spent $50 million or even hundreds of millions of dollars. It's insane. But money will never give you happiness. Some of the people who won the lotto said it was the worst thing that ever happened in their lives. They lost a lot of friends and stuff just over greed. And so, what is happiness? I guess happiness is just trying to be satisfied with what you have, and I don't even think having more stuff makes you any happier. A friend at work said that he was like homeless living in his car, and he wasn't any less happy really than he is, working at a good job, but still having all the stresses that you have to put yourself in society to make ends meet, and that makes a lot of people unhappy doing that. So I guess it's really hard to find true happiness. Let me know what you think is really happiness in the comments, because I'd like to hear other people's opinions. And it's Christmas time, Christmas Eve, so being around family and stuff, and just being around family and friends and people that love you, I think is really the key to happiness. And it's really not money or material possessions. It's relationships and connections that we make with people and everyone that we know. Everyone we meet leaves a mark on our souls. So, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. And I went pretty beast mode in this game, but I'm going to upload a game very soon where I even have a more beast mode-y game. 50 and 12. Hope you liked it. Later.